What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Eli coming back at you one more time again. Okay, before we get into the video, please like and share and subscribe to the channel. That'll help with the algorithm. All right, without further ado, let's get into the clip and I'll come back and give my commentary.
I came across the ultimate video that really shows what muling is. It shows what being a hospice care wife is for a person who has put a person through the ringer. I'm going to show you the video and then I'll be right back.
Babe,
What?
I need to say something.
What? What you need to say?
When you met me, I wasn't a real man. A lot of things I didn't understand. I didn't understand being a man. You know, a lot of times we men call ourselves men, but we don't have no idea the meaning of being a real man. I've talked to you crazy before in my life. I've disrespected you. I've mistreated you several times because of my ego and who I am. But it takes a real man to acknowledge his wrongdoings. And all I want to say is I apologize for the wrong that I've caused you. I apologize for us not having a house right now. I apologize for all the hurt I brought in your life. And I want you to know from this day forward, I will be the man that you always wanted in life. Because I love you. You have shown me that you got my back. You have shown me that you're a real woman. And it don't get no better than that.
And I always wanted what's best for you. That's all I ever want, what's best for us. Never cheated on you. All that crap that you were saying, none of that. I always stood right beside you. Whether it was good or bad, I'm still standing there trying to help you overcome.
That's what I noticed. That's what I noticed. Through my drug addiction, through my ego, you always was there.
And yes, I'm ready to be in my own house.
That's no problem. I can get you in that. Because I'm finna go straight and narrow. I don't want nothing else to drink. I don't want no drug. I don't want none of that crap that's gonna kill me and have me in my grave.
And like the doctor said, I got you there just in time. Because you didn't have a pulse hard.
He sure
said,
did.
The doctor said, you barely had a pulse when I bring you in.
I understand that.
And they rush you up here so they can get you the treatment that you need because they didn't have it down there.
Yeah, I just want to apologize and show you the real meaning of a man. I own up to my wrongdoings and I want to make things better. I love you.
I love you too.
Did you see how much that woman went through to be with this man who was on his deathbed, basically, and now that he has organs rotten from the inside out, teeth rotting because he has a GoFundMe put up for his teeth, and basically a human that is going to need care forever. Now he wants to act right and be the man that she deserves. Ladies, if this is what you believe that you deserve, that's on you. But I'm here to tell you that you should leave. You should leave when things get this bad. You deserve better than this. But if you don't believe you deserve better and you are there and you're going to take care of somebody better than they're willing to take care of themselves, then that's on you.
Okay, so now what I want to show you all real quick is I want to know if anybody picked up on the difference between these two videos. All right, you got to watch the subtle craftiness between the two. I'm gonna show you the difference between the two, exactly what's going on and why the title of the video is called what it's called. All right, check this out. So as you can see in one sister's video, it flat out says, "I will leave him to die alone." Now you may say, well, maybe the sister on the right hand side of the screen don't feel the same exact way. Let's see if that's true.
Babe,
What?
I need to say something.
What? What you need to say?
When you met me, I wasn't a real man. A lot of things I didn't understand. I didn't understand being a man. You know, a lot of times we men call ourselves men, but we don't have no idea the meaning of being a real man. I've talked to you crazy before in my life. I've disrespected you.
Wait a minute. What the hell is this sound in the back? Are those his machines beeping? He on his way out of life? Oh my God.
Here it is. This man is on his deathbed pretty much. And the first thing out of her mouth that she can only think about is, "Oh, wait a minute. Is his machine beeping? Oh my God." Like, I'm telling you, man, the mindset of these women today.
And all I want to say is I apologize for the wrong that I've caused you. I apologize for us not having a house right now.
Hold on. No, the hell he didn't. Wait a damn minute. No, the hell he didn't. What? Hold on.
I apologize for all the hurt I brought in your life. And I want you to know from this day forward,
What?
I will be the man that you always wanted in life. Because I love you. You have shown me that you got my back. You have shown me that you're a real woman. And it don't
What?
get no better than that. Through my ego, you always was there.
And yes, I'm ready to be in my own house.
That's
This is some, I can't take this. I thought this yo. This can't be for real. This can't be for real.
Now, you know, for me, I'm with her on this part, in this particular part right here. When I first saw it, I was like, this kind of seemed like it's stages, you know. Again, when you get stuff, you want it to be raw and authentic, but sometimes, you know, you got to question things. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, the point and what can be taught or learned behind this is bigger than just what if it's real or not. Because whether you believe it or not, in some cases, these type of things people actually go through. Nevertheless, the point of this video is bigger than whether it's real or not, is what I'm saying. However, what I want to draw out of this is the fact that she's able to sit here with a stone cold face, a nonchalant attitude, and a disdain, a disgust for this brother, asking to be apologizing and asking for the woman that he did wrong to forgive him, and promising to try to make things right with the little bit of time that he does have left. For me, I get the point of how, you know, some women can say, you know, this is some more BS. You can wait till you get in your dying bed to try to right your wrongs, and this is always too late at that point for most people, because, you know, truth be told, you really can't right your wrongs on a physical manner in situations like this. But as mature adults, you have to know how to rise above certain things. And with that being said, you have to take accountability for the decisions that you make. Meaning, yes, he's taking accountability on his deathbed. But what about the person that stayed through all the BS that he's claiming that he did wrong to her and by her? What about her? She made a choice to stick beside this man regardless of all his mishaps, regardless of all his shortcomings. She made the conscious decision to stay there. All right. So for the man to sit there and apologize for what he did, all right, whether you want to believe it or not, that should be taken into consideration and to be noted. You know, people act as though they're not going to meet their maker, you know what I'm saying, one day. And all I want to say about that is when it comes to that, just remember, you reap what you sow. All right. So you got to be mindful about the stuff that you put on people in situations like this. Granted, he may have waited too late, but at the end of the day, the point that needs to be made is that he made the attempt to apologize for all his wrongdoing. All right, because I guarantee you, many of us gonna find ourselves in that same situation. You know, unfortunately, where you gonna stand before your maker, and you don't know when your time is gonna be up. And if you haven't repented of anything that you did wrong in your life, and you have to stand before your maker, or your time come unexpectedly, you're going to want the Lord to have mercy on you. You're going to want the Lord to forgive you for your sins. You're going to want the Lord to forgive you for things that you may have not come to the fullness of asking for repentance of. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not trying to preach on nobody, but you know, I just can't. I have a disdain for ignorance like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's always thrown back in the man's face as if, you know, we don't know when we do wrong. We can't acknowledge when we're doing wrong, when it's clear that the brother is showing that he is remorseful for what he did to the sister. All right, but let's continue.
Real. This cannot, I refuse to believe that this is real. I need somebody to come and say, Tanya, why are you reacting to this skit? I need him to get up from that bed and start dancing a jig. I need to see a hospital gown flapping in the wind as he says, gotcha. I need to see some of that, because I refuse to believe that this is real. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way. Why is this on the internet? How did this get here? He got yampy all over his mouth and everything. I just went back a little bit because the dust was blowing in the air and I even didn't hear some of it.
A real woman, I will be the man that you always wanted in life.
Nigga, you dying. You're dying. Talking about from this day forward, how many more days do you have left? This is what they do. They wait until they're on their deathbed to come around and be like, and it's like, come on, how many, your days are numbered now. Now that you need somebody to take care of you when you're on your way out of the hospital, now all of a sudden you're talking about from this day forward. This can't be, come on.
Yo, it's like, you know, when you watch this, man, you get some, as a man, I'll put it like this, let me try to calm down. As a man, you know all the hell that we go through. And we know as men, we can be some foolish behind people. Okay? But let's not act as though women don't do the same exact thing. And I know somebody may say, well, women, it's about him. Yeah, it is about him. But remember, it takes two to tangle. All right? But for a woman to sit here and to put down a man as he's on his deathbed and say, you got a certain amount of days left, as if he can't turn things around, and he want us to accept this is how they do. They wait till they get in their deathbed to wait for them to do this, that, and the third. But think about it. When it comes to women, do not women do the same exact thing? They party hard all in their 20s, all right, late 20s, early 30s, even damn near into their mid 30s and 40s. And then once they now give all their best years, that's right, to unworthy Negroes that ain't about SH, then they want to come back to the good brother that they passed up in their youth and now want them to accept them when they not hit the wall. All right, when they not give all their best time to some unworthy brother. All right, and now want you to accept them for who they are. A prime example of that is when the brother went to when he made a statement on some dating show, and he said something along the lines of, I'm a high value man, and I'm not wanting to date a woman with kids. And the sister shamed him because of that, and said, because you was raised by a single parent, then you too should accept the standards of what I'm bringing to the table, as if, hey, you got to accept this, period. This is what I am. This is what I'm bringing to the table. This is my baggage. You got to accept me as I am. Now, when the table turns around and now it's the man doing something quite similar, all right, even though I'm not saying that he's right about it, but the point I'm making is when men have their back against the wall and they finally have their epiphany or their moment where they want to confess and get things right, and it may be too late to many or to anybody or to most people, now, we got to highlight that. When women do it every single day. But we not going to tell nobody about that.
Because I love you. You have shown me that you got my back.
Have you shown
me
her?
That you're a real woman.
Real? Have you? What?
And it don't get no better than that.
Ladies.
And I always wanted what's best for you. That's all I ever want, what's best for us. Never cheated on you. All that crap that you were saying, none of that. I always stood right beside you. Whether it was good or bad, I'm still standing there trying to help you overcome.
That's what I noticed. That's what I noticed.
You know what? Please, ladies, put yourself first. She's telling him throughout it all, I always wanted what was best for you. Lady, what was best for you? What was in your best interest as a human being? The journey of your own soul. First of all, we incarnate into this life at a higher level than males. Our intuition is better, our empathy centers are better, our cognitive skills, our development is faster. And we've been taught and indoctrinated by many religions, families, societies to lower ourselves from men, to become their helpmeets and when they are the ones, they have completely switched everything. Just like black men talking about it was us in the 80s bad-mouthing them, or no, it was them. It was them. We found the footage. There's no footage of black women bad-mouthing black men. It was black women just begging for them. They have switched everything. Men are the best helpmeets. Whatever the hell, helpmates or meets. We have given up our power to be there, catering to and running the behind lesser beings. Lesser being, lesser being, lesser being, lesser being.
See, this is the problem that we have right here in the black community. We have this thing called tick for tack. All right. Instead of us sitting back and saying, you know what? Hey, I see what's going on. They're pitting us at odds with each other. Granted, men give the ammunition. Granted, women give the ammunition. But the one thing that we seem to cannot understand is that we have to come together, because the mudslinging, going back and forth, and then on top of that, downgrading the man that God created. And the reason I'm bringing God into this is because this sister here seems to obviously read the Bible, but she has some things that she dislikes about the Bible. Case in point, when she said we are running and submitting and giving our power over to lesser beings, as to say that men are beneath women. Okay, well, since we want to play the church game, let's play it. Check this out. So here we go. Let's read it. 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 8. I'm starting it for a reason. For the man is not of the woman. Meaning when God first created mankind, man came first, but the woman of the man, which hence get the word woman, meaning it's from man. Verse 9. Neither was the man created for the woman. Wait a minute. She said that men or lesser being. But God himself says that the man was not created for the woman. So therefore, who was supposed to be the helpmeet? The woman. All right, let's carry on. But the woman for the man. For this cause ought the woman to have power over her because of the angels. Nevertheless, is the man without the woman? Neither the woman without the man in the Lord. My point again is to say, until we learn to accept our roles in this world the way that God designed it, we're going to always be continuing to bump heads. And the way that she's going about it and insinuating that men is lesser being, you're saying that you don't need man. All right. And then through men's action, we're telling women, by us being in an alphabet community, all right, and demonstrating these effeminate characteristics, that we don't need women. Whether you're doing it in that form or whether you pointing a finger or not accepting accountability, at the end of the day, this going back and forth with each other and not having respect for the other to call out their faults with some kind of dangle decency and appropriately placing these things on them at the right time in the way that you deliver them to a certain degree, it's not helping our community. All right, women like this and brothers that don't hold their end of the bargain is the reason why the black community is destroyed. But nevertheless, we're going to keep it on the topic at hand. And another thing, if you notice, the topic is about pretty much die nigga die. We don't care, about what you all coming back and apologizing for. When you meet your fate, only thing we want to be able to satisfy ourselves with is say, nigga, I've been there for you, die nigga die. That's pretty much it. That's the bottom line. That's the message. And if you notice, it's a cycle of that going on. Case in point, when the brother Kevin Samuel passed away, what was women on the internet doing? Celebrating his death.
Last video I covered the opinions of black men regarding Kevin Samuel's passing. Now in this video we're going to cover black women's opinions. Now I also covered what Marlon Wayne said, so we're going to get into what women responded with. Comedian Marlon Wayne shared a lengthy post dedicated to Kevin Samuels. He said, "Love him or hate him, he spoke his truth. We can view truth as hate, but sometimes his bold medicine didn't taste so sweet. And if you hate it, why tune in? Why call in? Because healing comes in many forms. His was some nasty tasting medicine. There is no right and wrong in this love-ish. There's just discovery. Thank you for those who healed, and we forgive you if there were any damages because we know your intention was to heal. And honestly, you was hilarious. In this moment, I pray for you and your family and all those you healed that can't call into your show. I hope you can heal more and reach more in heaven. Rest well. I appreciate you trying to hold on and express masculinity." So as you can imagine, the comments poured in. A user wrote, "No, there is nothing healing about a man who tells a woman not to believe her daughter who is being touched. Healing is not downplaying a woman who want to obtain their education and create their career path rather than making marriage priority. Healing is not telling women that winter is coming and they will die alone. I hope he came to terms with himself before meeting his maker." No, sir, he did the exact opposite. He created division with his misogyny and cruelty. Him dogging out black women was funny. People love mourning dead strangers. What truth? He was rude, mean, and misinformed, but may he RIP. Do you date black women or white women, Marlon? He hurt and helped. More hurt. Please understand that. He did so much damage to our community, but I guess his toxicity was hilarious. Condolences to his family. Tomorrow's not promised. We hear it, we say it, but how you living? Life is now. Not even tonight's dinner is promised. How you living in the now? God is showing us each moment is a gift. Praying for his friends and family in this loss. LOL at straight men taking relationship advice from a divorced sweet as pie man that was so broke he got alimony from his ex-wife is hilarious. His ancestors will have a word with him about his words of truth. Now, who is going to tell us we are worthless and give us low self-esteem? But anyways, rest well, sir. Like I said once before, what you put out in the universe, you'll receive tenfold. If this is true, sorry to this man. And the TikTok user by the name of I Am Nikki White actually touched on the business side of death, such as life insurance.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been confirmed that Kevin Samuels is dead. And baby, as a licensed life insurance lady, I see this every day. That's what you see on my spirit. People don't like to have this conversation, but it needs to be had. I talk to people every day about death, dying, and money. And ladies, I'm here to tell you, the average black man in America has a shorter life expectancy than you. Baby, I'm 41. And whatever age you is, baby, y'all better get some life insurance on these people, especially these men. Especially if they're single. Ooh. Because the single man die quicker than the married man. And I like to say it's because they ain't got no woman to take care of them. But y'all call me, all right? Get covered.
A TikTok user by the name of Keita Rose actually touches on the irony of Kevin Samuels passing versus his teachings.
People keep asking me if I'm happy that Kevin Samuels passed away, and my answer is very simple. No, you weirdo. I would never be happy that somebody else has passed away, but I'm a different type of grown-up. See, I'm the type of grown-up that can coexist with people I disagree with. I know. So I ain't got nothing to say about that man, but I will say this. I hope when I die, the police keep all the details to themselves, because if he died the way they saying he died, how ironic is it that you spend most of your career telling women how they'll be single and you die? Single.
African American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace.
Buy a dog and die alone.
See, there you go. The proof is in the pudding. At the end of the day, the message that we're getting now in 2023, all right, when it comes to men and women in the black community in particular, all right, is you guys, the black men, just what the woman saying to the black man, you ain't SH, you ain't shiznick. We above you all. I'm woman, hear me roar. The beehives, all the Kiki Palmer fans, all these people that uplift women and step over the black men to get to the top, you're going to have to realize one thing. If shit ever hit the fan, don't think for 1 minute that men of other nationality is going to be there to help you. Trust and believe. The same way that we go back and forth with each other, or that same man that you despise, regardless of he remind you of somebody that did you bad, a bad father, a nasty uncle. Listen, we all have those stories. Not one story is greater or worse than the other. At the end of the day, we all is dealing with trauma that we went through in our life. But what we cannot allow to happen is for us to use this he against she type thing, that the system that they got set up to play us against each other, having us acting like buffoons and disrespecting each other on a regular basis. Yeah, we poke fun at each other because that's what we do in our community. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that the message is what's more important. You may not like Kevin Samuels' delivery, but his message was for us to come together. All right. You may not like the fact that brothers find out later on in life that, listen, they made a mistake and they want to own up to it, okay, accept that, all right, and teach those younger brothers and sisters to then go not repeat the same thing. At the end of the day, man, we have to learn to work together, all right. This die nigga die mentality, if the black man, they're lesser being, this stuff is gonna have to stop. And if it don't stop soon, eventually something's gonna come down the turnpike where you're gonna have to be forced, like I said again, to turn to that same black man that you despise to help. All right, we'll deal with the women in another, the men on another segment, but today we're dealing with the women right now and how they have a disdain for the black man and despise the very man that God created them from. All right, so hey, I'm your host, Brother Eli L, and with that, I'm out. Until next time, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Peace.
Let's talk about it for a minute. Well, how do you think I feel about what's gone wrong?